Good evening, everyone, and welcome to online live psychic readings. Tonight we have Nico, who has already gone into trance with his guides and inspirers, Noah. And the way our session works is that Nico and his guides and inspirers will give us a short little talk about the inspirational things that they want us to know about, and then Nico will be open to questions. Please do remember to keep commenting, because we just take from the scrolling through, okay? So we won't be going back for comments, so you need to keep commenting through for us, please. Okay, so without any more ado, I will welcome Nico and his guides and inspirers, Noah, to the stage. Good evening.
Good evening, my dear one.
Thank you for joining us here this evening.
We are the ones to thank you, my dear. Much honor to you for this opportunity. And greetings to all who have gathered this evening. Your essence is strong. The energy felt throughout all as a collective is quite welcoming. And as we are able to feel your essence, I trust throughout this evening you too shall feel ours. Because that is how the energy is connected through both realms. The ascended masters who have lived in physical form throughout history. Each of you has learned of them, learned of their ways, their patience, their love, leading by example of trust, proving that ego can be overtaken by love. It is the ego, my dear ones, which causes difficulty for many in your realm. For it is the ego which does not offer clear thoughts, revenge, pain, confusion, sicknesses, loss, putting thyself first. All the ego. How many of those present today have turned the other cheek when one instilled harmful words or harmful actions? How many did not allow those words to infiltrate and cause them pain? How many viewed the one who came before them and inflicted this pain as a soul essence and viewed them with love? And see, my dear ones, in your realm, it is very easy to allow the ego to come to the forefront, to dictate your actions, to dictate your reactions. Each of you are an essence, each of love, each capable to offer compassion. And yet many struggle. This is why your essence is on its journey in your realm. Trust, my dear ones, that you are each of love. Set the ego aside. Be your essence. the understanding. Think before you speak. Feel the other's essence and understand how your words or your actions will affect them. Be of love. This is your journey. I thank you, my dear one.
Thank you so much for those words. If people would like to comment, if they would like a reading from Nico, then please do ask. And if you would like a question about the spirit world answered, then again, please do ask your questions of Nico's guides and inspirers who collectively are called Noah. Okay, so we have set a few hellos to start with. We've got James and we've got Caroline and Lisa Marie, Anna, Alison Roper, Krish, Karen Berry, Caroline Brooks, sorry, Caroline Sunbrooks, Leona, and Rachel, and Diane, and Cheyenne. Cheyenne was on right at the very beginning, so we'll go to her first. And Cheyenne just asks, I'd love a reading.
Yes, my dear. You are generalizing, my dear. Through your essence, my dear, I am feeling confusion. Yes, I sense that you are uncertain which road to take. As if you have stumbled upon a crossroad, my dear. Much confusion. But what is your heart telling you, my dear? Your intrigue of our world. And you question your abilities, my dear. You are more than capable to connect to our realm. And yet there is fear. There's much still to learn, my dear one. To relearn what you already know. The confusion, my dear, is with lack of trust within yourself. Easily influenced by others, are we not, my dear? If you continue and speak your truth of what you feel and what you are resonating to, not all will be accepting of it. And there lies the confusion and the hesitation. Why, my dear, listen to others? Only listen to yourself. Follow your instincts, my dear. They are leading you in the proper direction. Merely trust more in yourself, and your journey shall manifest before your eyes and indicate to you which road it is for you to travel on. Fear not, my dear one. You are protected. You are surrounded by loving essences who are there to assist you. Allow them to. Listen, and you shall hear. Thank you, my dear one.
Thank you. Diane Johnson asks, in my trance development, I know how I want to present this work. Can I follow my interest, or will my spirit team choose for me? Thank you.
My dear one, how do you presume that you have received the knowledge? Understand, my dear one, when one possesses a true and honest connection to self, to the essences who are working with you, my dear. And while this blend is occurring and the voice is being heard through you, your physical form, your consciousness, my dear, stores remnants of what was spoken, new ideas, if you will, clarity. These are not your new thoughts, my dear. It is as if a door has opened and you are remembering what has been stored. Listen closely, my dear, for what you receive is knowledge, a knowing, a remembrance, which all assist you on your journey. It is when you and others, but particularly you, my dear, question the new thoughts, as most times they do not coincide with the prior thinking. And therein lies your confusion. Do not overanalyze, my dear one. When it is the moment when you overanalyze, your consciousness drifts back to your reality, and you have become quite aware of that. Subtlety, my dear. Feel the connection more. Be the connection. Remain in the moment during that blissful blending. Do not worry of the outcome of the words. Do not attempt to dissect every thought once the communication has ceased. You may ponder it. New awarenesses, new ideas. Embrace them, my dear, for they are your own. Influenced by those same essences who are blended with you, assisting you in remembering. So your question, my dear, is not of following these new thoughts or allowing your team to direct you, for it is all one and the same. Just trust. And as you have learned to trust more, my dear, there is still much more to go. And then it will truly be a blending of one. Thank you, my dear one.
Thank you. Kayla Jenkins asks, I want to be able to connect to spirit myself. How do I do that?
You already are connected, my dear one. This is the missing piece to the puzzle, if you will. Those who find difficulty, my dear, presume it is something they must learn, some talent they must achieve, something they missed within the literature they have read. But, my dear, your connection to your essence in our realm is always there. But how, my dear, will you be able to feel that connection, to feel the essence of not only yours, but those who are working with you, my dear. If your mind is active, if there are distractions, if there is not total trust, then, my dear, you also have fear. Not only fear of the unknown, but fear of your teachings. But they do not coincide with what your intuition is now telling you. So it is always there, my dear. In order for one to truly connect, one must listen to their heart. It is not merely enough, my dear, to be able to feel the essence of spirit. It is to trust what you feel. And then to focus on where you truly feel it. Where you feel the love in the heart. Where you feel safe, protected. Where you feel a sense of home, the familiarity. All of that, my dear, is your essence. The connection you have to it. Now, there are many mentors, my dear, who will teach the art of silencing the mind, how to trust, how to listen in the silence, how to feel the essence and focus on the sensations. But yourself, my dear, your essence, and those who are working with you are your greatest teachers. It is one thing, my dear, to wish to connect through the mind, curiosity, intrigue, or ego, accolades, finances. And there is another, my dear, to listen to your calling, to follow the heart. If it is your essence who wishes to strengthen this connection, to be of service to our realm, to loan your voice in physical form, for our words to be heard, for our essence to be felt. So first, my dear, ask yourself why you are seeking to learn this connection. And then allow your heart, my dear, to guide you the rest of the way. And you'll be surprised at how easily it will come to you. I thank you, my dear one.
Thank you. Leona asks, I would love some guidance, please, for my daughter Katie.
For your daughter Katie. Yes. The worries of the mother. As you, my dear, are traveling through your journey, so is she. My question to you, my dear, have you viewed her any other way than a daughter in physical form? Has there been any remembrance, my dear, as to why these two essences have joined once more in a physical life, sharing the journey? Were your worries and your concerns, my dear, have been exactly what she felt towards you in the different time? And now you are experiencing what she did, my dear. This is quite a beautiful, loving bond between the two. But I assure you, my dear, if you view her as the loving essence as you are, there will be no worries, no questions, no concerns. Only pride and honor, my dear. Proud of her strength on this journey once more. How she handles herself, how she learns, how deep within she stays true to herself. An honor, my dear, for it is truly an honor to once more share a physical journey with a trusted and loving soul essence. So when you hug her, my dear, hug her with your essence. For those hugs are numbered, my dear. Enjoy the fact that you are able, in physical form, to hug, kiss, a loving essence. The very powerful connection, my dear, through many lives. Do not allow the ego of your world, my dear, to misinterpret this connection, where you feel the sense, the urgency to be the mother, to lead her in the right direction. If I ask you, my dear, how are you certain the direction you are leading her to is the proper one for her journey and her growth? Honor her, my dear, as you honor your own essence, and allow the journeys of two to unfold as they are meant to. Be supportive of her, my dear, and shine all of your love on her every moment you can. And ask for nothing more. Be content with that, my dear one. And your heart shall always be full, as hers. I thank you, my dear one.
Thank you. Krish asks, would love any advice on my spiritual progress, dear Nico?
I ask you, my dear one, how do you feel with it? Do not analyze it. Do not compare yourself to others on their journeys. Do not have expectations. But then the ego interferes, and one feels they have failed if they do not develop as rapidly as another may. Your development, my dear one, is to ask yourself, how is the connection to our realm transforming you in your realm? Are you more loving to others, more understanding through their hurtful words and hurtful actions? Or do you respond in haste with your own hurtful words? One cannot evolve properly, my dear one, if they do not allow the change within to occur. Ask yourself, are you acting, portraying more of your essence through your physical form to those in your realm? Or are you living two lives? One in your form or becomes irritable of others, short-tempered, impatient, competitive, or are you the loving, generous, caring, compassionate as your essence is? So for each growth, a development through a journey, when one is connecting to their essence in our realm, is what do you do with what you learn? Be the change, my dear one. Once you allow this change to occur, and you portray your essence in your realm, only then, my dear one, will the connection to our realm go even more powerfully. Where you shall receive more visions, more clarity, remembrance, all occurring in order for you to be more of your essence in your realm. This, my dear one, is the true journey of each in your realm. Now look around and ask yourself, how many are truly following the path? For it is the soul journey of the essence. And each opportunity to experience another physical life offers that essence yet another opportunity to return to self and be their essence in their realm. So truly, my dear one, ask yourself that question and be honest with yourself with the answer. And then you will easily be able to gauge how your process is going. I thank you, my dear one.
Thank you. Cindy says, I'm changing my relationship with me and moving out of the toxicity of myself and my adult son. How do I love him and respect myself while feeling disrespected?
Ah, my dear one, listen to your question and ask yourself, where is that question stemming from? That is all your ego, my dear. The ego of which I spoke of as we commenced. Your son, my dear, another powerful, beautiful, and old relationship. Connection of two essences is offering you quite a wonderful lesson to reflect on oneself, my dear. When you become bitter, angry, and feel this disrespect, and it is in actuality, my dear, the opposite. Unbeknownst to the both of you, this beautiful and courageous soul has offered his services to join you on this journey and to offer you many experiences, my dear, for your learning. This pain you presume you feel, my dear, is merely your ego, as it is not going according to your plan. But if you look inside, my dear, listen within, and view him as a soul essence, then you will understand, my dear, why this is occurring. Relocating, moving, running away from troubles. Is occurring why, my dear? These are the blocks of one's journey. And they rely so heavily on their ego, on their mind. On their reality. Reality, my dear, provided by your mind, your thinking, your upbringing, your own experiences prior to his arrival. My dear, yes, you have felt disrespected earlier in your life. This, my dear, is hitting a nerve, if you will. Ask yourself, my dear, where is it stemming from? It's not merely with him. You ran away once, if you will. And this beautiful and honorable soul, my dear, is offering you an opportunity not to run, to stand your ground, to believe in the power of your own essence and your love in order to heal, my dear, in order to love unconditionally. Put the ego aside, my dear, and love and honor, and learn what it is which is required for you to learn, my dear, for your own growth. Make peace with yourself. Forgive yourself. Forgive those who have harmed you. And love, my dear, and honor this beautiful soul who is offering you such important and wonderful lessons. All part of your journey, my dear one, which you yourself created. Trust, my dear. Trust yourself. Trust your essence. And you'll be able to see clearer. I assure you that. I thank you, my dear one.
Thank you. Lisa Marie is asked, I would love a message, please.
Yes, my dear, there is much occurring in your life at this moment, which is why you are seeking clarity. It is not a matter, my dear, of you feeling lost, for you do possess a strong belief of how your path is leading you or how it should be leading you. It is those around you, my dear, joined on the path, who are exposing themselves to you, my dear. You do not view them as a pillar of salt as you once did. But, my dear, I ask you, rather than focusing on them in your current situation, are you focusing on yourself? Remember, my dear one, those who are assisting you joined on this path with you. are always offering you a reflection of yourself. What you might not like in someone, ask yourself if you like it in yourself. The message, my dear, is quite clear. Do not focus only, my dear, externally. Understand that what you are viewing, what you are analyzing, deciphering, as you are attempting to make sense of situations and people's actions into this picture of this path you are to follow. And ask yourself, how does this pertain to you? Focus less on this path you have created for yourself. Focus more, my dear, on their words, on their actions, and how they offer their love to you. And allow that to serve as a mirror in order for you to view yourself. But view yourself honestly, my dear one, for you could never lie to yourself. And within that, my dear, you will recognize the change one needs to make. And do not be surprised, my dear, if this road, this path you have created in your mind also becomes altered. Remember, your journey is all about change, my dear. Do not fear the change. Embrace it. And that is how you will receive the clarity you are seeking. And love yourself, my dear. Love yourself much more than you do. For I assure you, you truly are worthy. You are loved. And you are worth it. And I thank you, my dear one.
Thank you. Anne Weir says, please, has my mum a message for me?
Yes, my dear. Very loving and soft essence is near. Yes, visual, my dear. You listen to her every word. You viewed her as quite insightful. Her experience spoke volumes to you within her words. And this is what you miss the most, my dear. The conversations. For even the vibration of her voice offered you comfort. That's what she sang to you when you were young. The vibration of her voice, my dear, soothed you. And this is what you are longing for. But I ask you, my dear, where do you perceive the vibration of her voice to have come from? That vibration, my dear, which was able to penetrate your soul. and soothe your worries is her essence. The same soothing essence I am sensing now. And yet you ask, my dear, for a message. But at times you are able to feel her essence. Her message is to understand that one does not need the physical form of the essence which console them, soothe their worries, offer them the feeling of love, protection. As she offered you, my dear, the words to trust yourself. And as she said, all will be fine. There's always a tomorrow. Believe in yourself and trust yourself. By feeling her essence, my dear, and welcome it even closer to you. All she had spoken, you shall once again feel. And within that feeling, my dear, you will feel that comfort you are seeking. You will find your courage to battle through the difficult times you face. Confidence in yourself. Loving yourself and believing in yourself. For your essence, my dears, just as kind, soft, and soothing as is your mother's. Two beautiful souls, my dear, always connected. Believe in yourself and focus on the essence, my dear, the energy that comes near. As she is near you now, my dear, is she not? I thank you, my dear one.
Thank you. Mel Whelan's asks, I would love to hear from my dad, please.
Repeat the name, my dear one, if you will.
Whelan.
The first name, my dear, was cut off once more for your device.
Sorry, Mel. MEL.
Yes. Mm. A powerful presence, indeed. Most assuredly, a sense of security, comfort. It's as if this one admired the consistency of the Father's presence, the words of reason, the patience. Well, there were quarrels as you were seeking your own identity. Your father was well aware and offered enough guidance. It was as if he was gently pulling the reins of the horse and then releasing the reins for the horse to run free. And then once more, gently pulling the reins, but always allowed you to run free. This beautiful message is bringing forth, my dear one, as he is asking you, why are you pulling your own reins now? Why are you not allowing yourself to be that horse to run wild and free? It is natural, my dear one, to pull back the reins just a tad bit in order to navigate correctly and successfully. But it is quite another to hold tight on those reins out of fear, uncertainty. Understand, my dear one, each time you are holding so tightly to your own reins, you are fearing yourself. There was trust. He trusted you, your wisdom, your character, your essence. This beautiful, loving message to you as he wishes for you to trust yourself as he trusted you and let go of the reins. Do not be afraid, my dear one. You are much more powerful than you perceive yourself to be. Trust yourself. Allow him to continue to pull the reins back a tad bit when needed, as he is always guiding you. He is still very much with you, assisting and directing the horse which way to travel. I thank you, my dear one.
Thank you. We have Maxine Ruslut saying, having vivid dreams for others, will they manifest into fruition?
Yes, my dear one, these dreams, these visions you are receiving are not necessarily, my dear, directed to those who you see in them. For as mentioned earlier, my dear, those in your realm, those who are accompanying you, are serving as a reflection of yourself. But you are receiving, my dear, these visions are being sent in order for you to understand what it is you should be viewing in yourself. Pay close attention, my dear, to these visions. For there is an underlining script, if you will, a hidden message. Decipher it, understand it, then you will recognize how it pertains to your current journey. And especially to the dilemmas, to the thoughts, to where you are and where you should be, and to the change which is needed, my dear. Then understand why that particular one appeared in the vision. And then, my dear, attempt to comprehend why that particular one has joined you on the journey and how instrumental their existence is for the change to occur. So do not, my dear, allow the mind to view these dreams and attempt to understand as a message for the one who the dream is of. For that is your mind working, my dear. That is not your essence. Recognize how you feel in the dream state, my dear. How you feel when you awaken. Ask what that feeling is and how it pertains to you. Oh, my dear, messages, clarity from yourself and our realm through this beautiful connection. And as the other one I had mentioned earlier, clarity through this connection. Where in your dream state, my dear, your mind is not as active, so there is trust. This is the open window, if you will, for yourself to send you these messages. And finally, my dear one, overall understand why this is occurring. Not only for you to be able to decipher the message and look beyond what your mind perceives it to be, but trust, my dear. Trust our realm more in order for you to receive these messages and even more powerful clarity during the awakened state. Trust your journey, my dear one, as it truly will be a remarkable one. I thank you, my dear one.
Thank you. Unfortunately, we're out of time now. And I know Noah enjoys giving us some final words. So I'll hand back over to Noah before Nico returns to us. So thank you.
Much gratitude, my dear one. There is no time. Words heard are eternal. Essence felt is eternal. One word is all one needs to hear at times. And I'm certain each of you felt our essence, felt our love. Walk away with that, my dear ones, as we felt your essence and your love. And that you may have marveled at the message of the feelings or of the affirmation. Marvel at yourselves, for we are all the same. We are all energy connected eternally. Much love to each of you. Respect and honor and gratitude for this connection this evening. I thank you all.
Thank you so much, Noah. While Nico returns to us, I'll just answer Cindy's question about how she can get a personal reading. Cindy, I have sent you a link to Nico's Facebook page in the comments, okay? And if anybody else would like to contact Nico directly, then just look up on Facebook Nico Medium, as he's got his tagline there. Okay, and tomorrow we've got quite a few things going on. We've got readings with Anna starting at 11 o'clock in the morning. That's British summertime, UK time. We've got Lainey at 5, healing at 6, readings with Kelly at 7, and again readings with Larkin at 9.
Thank you.
So if you would like any more readings, then you can just join us at those times. Okay. Hi, Nico.
Hi guys.
Lovely session tonight. Thank you.
That was fun. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so we'll see Nico again this time next week. Is that okay?
Absolutely. Looking forward to it.
And remember, come armed with all your questions. Okay. Thank you again, Nico, and your wonderful guides and inspirers, Noah. Okay. See you all later.